Ready?
Yep.
Okay. When we hear the word disability, we automatically think of an individual's perceived limitations. And the challenge with this is that when we think of perceived limitations and the word disability, we think, well, I guess the word disability now is thought of as though we're a broken part of the machine, and that once identified, that it could be fixed. And the problem with that is that we aren't machines or people. We don't need fixing, we need help. And so there's a term called methodological individualism. And to use an example of that, if you can envision a glass vase that someone has dropped, and each piece, that shard, is tried to be, someone tries to put it back together using the same technique. And so this is what has happened in our society. We've looked at a group of individuals, and the vase represents a culture, a group of people. And we've tried to use the same system, the same way to put everybody back together to fix them. And the real question isn't how do we put them back together? The real question is, why did somebody drop that vase to begin with? And that's the question that we don't ask. And so the real issue that I've identified is that the difference between thinking and knowing is experience. And the challenge is that everyone else thought they knew. We have experts who are experts in reading and have convinced the large majority that they know what's best for us. The problem is they're selling something that they have no part in. They've actually secured their own financial security by creating a medical system that doesn't work, that actually is built on keeping people down. And I'm in the business of selling hope. And the way that I sell hope is by sharing my story. I was diagnosed with ADHD and attentive type at age 30. It took me 4 years to finish 3 years of high school, 32 attempts to earn 18 credits, including failing grade 10 math 4 times. Again, the difference between thinking and knowing is experience. I went from failing epically to succeeding epically, earning a master's degree in education, specifically in counseling psychology. So I have a very unique lens through which to help people. Sean Smith, counselor and psychotherapist specializing in the emerging field of neurodiversity. Neurodiversity is an emerging field because it encompasses people like me who identify with the term disability, but we don't quite relate to it. Reason being is that the assets we experience far exceed any deficits. ADHD isn't what's wrong with me, it's what's right with me. What was wrong was not knowing and not being aware of how my thought process and how my brain works. And since using the term neurodiversity, switching things around, I'm actually a leader in the field around the world. I'm being recognized and sought after for my insight in the field of neurodiversity in all types of different media, Boiling Point podcast, Greg Hemmings and Dave Vale, ADHD Smarties, which is a podcast in New England, Different Brains, which is a new innovative company in Florida. I have a syndication agreement with them, provided informational videos around neurodiversity. Like-Minded Magazine, which is an online publication around mental health, which is very interesting. The creator and founder is Roger Hofer, who is also the creative art director for Tommy Hilfiger. And then Men's Movement, which is another platform that I'm getting linked up with out of Stockholm, Sweden, to provide online content. And so my ask is to really create awareness. What I'm looking for is opportunities to come and speak to people, to educate individuals, parents, families, educators, doctors, anyone, really, because we all know somebody with a disability. If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can reach me at any of these. Please follow me on social media. And I'm also proud to be a partner of the Bill Cooperative, which is a building full of social budding entrepreneurs that really is an amazing place to be. And of course, I wouldn't be here without B4C. Very appreciative for the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much for your time.